Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Welcome back to Wake and Stretch on week 4, day 3. So day 3 has been Yin Yoga day, and today is no different. So today we're going to literally work the splits, sort of literally. We're going to take a pose called Dragon, and it's a two-sided pose. And this will work the hip flexors, the hamstrings, the glutes, the whole hip area. Can be rather intense for a longer period of time. So with that said, make sure that you have any props that you may need. I do have my 2 blocks ready to go. Also, this is on one knee. So if you are on a hard surface, then get some cushions for underneath your supporting knee so that you don't bruise it, hurt it, etc. We want it to be comfortable. Excuse me, I'll have a bit of the morning voice. As always, the dogs are around, and there's no telling what they might do. If monkeys come by, it's just mass chaos. But at any rate, Yin Yoga is here for us to slow down and spend time with ourselves, to feel the feels, to notice what's happening. Sometimes in a vinyasa flow, we can get so caught up in the movement and the breath and movement connection, and it is a moving meditation. But to oppose that, we have the stillness of Yin. Yeah, so I'll explain more as we go through the practice. But for now, I need to get the music going. And just meet me on the mat. Meet me on the mat in a comfortable seated position. Okay. So the music today is ambient. There is one song that has words, and it has to do with the Hindu god Hanuman. I thought it was appropriate since we're moving into Hanumanasana. It is that song when it comes up is in Sanskrit. Don't worry about it. All it is just saying how wonderful Hanuman is. And I'm not a folklore expert, so I'm not going to go into the story. But basically, he's a monkey, and he goes to save somebody's wife by leaping, big split leap from India to Sri Lanka. Imagine that. And let's get on the mat then. So we'll just start with some breath connection. Here we go. Sitting up nice and tall. Let your eyes close, or at least let the eyes drift downwards. And start to focus in on your breath. Deep breaths are always okay. We're not doing any specific type of breath here this morning. Yin Yoga is an awareness of breath without doing anything specific. Gradually start to deepen your breath. And let the eyes start to blink open. And for right now, let's give a nice stretch to the body. There really is no need for warm-up, but because for me, this is morning, it's nice to get a little bit of a gentle stretch going before getting into that Yin Yoga pose. Okay. So our first side of Dragon. Moving on to hands and knees. Cushion your knees if you need to. You're going to take the right foot and bring it forward. And then shift your weight into what we know as a low lunge. Now in this version of the pose in Dragon, it doesn't matter if the knee floats over the toes or not. As long as this front foot is flat, you're good. You don't have any pain in the knee. We're looking for the sensation to come through the inner thighs. You may feel a little bit in the lower back, the hamstring, etc. And there are different variations of this, but for our purposes, because we're working towards Hanuman, we're going to stay upright. So you can place your hands on the thigh if that's comfortable for you, or you can use your blocks. We're going to stay in this pose for roughly about 4 minutes. Now I say roughly because if at some point it gets too intense, you can always ease out and go into your rebound pose, which will be for us today laying on the belly. As you move into this pose, you only want to go in about 50% of what you can handle. If you go further than 50%, it may get too intense too quickly. We are looking for an edge of comfort, but no pain, no pins, no needles, no numbness. Now, there are other ways to cushion and support yourself with props. If you'd like, you can place something underneath the right hip. So I'll show you with an example of my block. It's right underneath that hip. And there are other ways to prop whatever feels good for you. These are just suggestions. Everybody's bodies are different. So you do what you need to so that you can sustain and breathe normally in the pose. Allow yourself to focus in on your breath and find stillness and enjoy the song from Zeus. I have a feeling you can hear him barking. Do your best to stay in your stillness. This allows for the body to relax into the pose, to settle in, if you will. wandering, then come back to your breath. Follow the rise and the fall of each inhale and each exhale as you stay in your Shavasana. Gradually start to deepen your breath. Find energy in your fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, hands, and feet. Let the arms extend up overhead, legs together underneath you. Nice long stretch. Hug the knees in towards your chest. A little rock from side to side. From here, roll onto your right side into fetal position. Right arm under your head as a pillow. And gently press yourself up to a seated position. Eyes closed, hands pressed together at the heart center. Or one hand on your heart and one on your belly. And check in to see how you feel after that practice. How do you feel physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and spiritually? And give a few moments of gratitude, something you're thankful for in this moment, and a few reasons why you're thankful for that. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Okay, so how did that go for you? Dragon Pose, as you now know, can be rather intense, rather eye-opening, and how intense it can be. But at any rate, hope you enjoyed. And apparently I'm still very zened I'm very zened out still. So tomorrow we will go back to our vinyasa flow, working towards our Hanyamasanan, opening up the hamstrings and the hips and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you for practicing with me. If you liked the class, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And be sure to click the bell for email notifications when new videos are released. Let me know how you felt after doing this practice in the comments below. Please share this video if you know someone who might enjoy it.
And please consider a donation to help support the production of more fabulous yoga videos for you. Have a beautiful day. Namaste, my friends.
Be well and remember to breathe. See you next time.